This game gives the player purpose. Most extraction shooters, they thrive on the adrenaline of the moment. That one clutch kill, that last second extract, that dopamine spike. But when it's over, that's it. There's nothing underneath. ArcRaiders isn't built that way. This game is evolving the genre. It's already set the bar high before it's even released. Like I said, this game gives you purpose, and the motivation here is not only leaderboard placement. It's surviving. It's surviving a post-apocalyptic, Ark-ruled surface where humanity is on the brink of extinction. Survival and apocalypse. Those two categories hit deep. And the reason why, because everyone on some level wants to prove they can make it when the world falls apart. You can't tell me when watching The Walking Dead you imagine yourself in their shoes. Come on, man. The idea that you can hold your own, adapt, and survive when it's them versus the unknown. It doesn't matter what kind of post-apocalyptic setting we're talking about. Disease, zombies, nuclear fallout. This category entirely will always scratch an itch. There's something about that raw struggle to survive that pulls people in. And there's one game that instantly comes to mind when I think about ArcRaiders. Tom Clancy's The Division. More specifically, the survival mode from the original game. That mode was special. Dropped into a blizzard, infected, desperate for supplies. Your mission? Get the antiviral vaccine out of the Dark Zone before the virus took you out. Meanwhile, you were under-equipped, freezing, and surrounded by enemy factions and players. Anything you found you kept if you had the room, and if you made it out alive, you walked away with real gear. Gear you can use in the full game. It was intense, it was tactical, and it worked. But instead of doubling down on that, Ubisoft walked away from it. They never brought it back in Division 2, and for 7 years, aside from Warlords of New York, we've been drip-fed minor updates, recycling content. And now, after all this time, an expansion coming soon called Battle for Brooklyn that lasts maybe a few hours. That's the reality. And that's exactly the gap Ark is walking into. It's stepping into the void left by games, not just a Division that had potential but chose not to evolve. Because ArcRaiders doesn't only feel inspired, it feels like the spiritual successor. Those wasp drones, that future tech, the unpredictability of being hunted while scavenging or mid-fight with other players. That's Division survival energy, but turned up, modernized, infused with deeper combat and movement. Of course, Division has its own appeal with the builds and the gear and the skills, but come on, man, this stuff is getting old and you have to evolve. That's just the mentality of gaming and gamers in general. We get tired and we want something new, or at least something that provides lasting replayability. But in terms of ArcRaiders, the attention to detail is just too good from every angle. The sound alone makes you feel like you're actually in the middle of a battlefield. And I know we've all heard that line before, but let me explain what I mean. The sound effects, the weapons, explosions, footsteps, everything hits hard, okay? That's a no-brainer. That's because the dev team includes former Battlefield developers. And if you remember how immersive that game felt, you already know what time it is. But it's more than just good audio. It's the way the sound affects gameplay, how it pulls you in. Proximity chat, for example, can betray your position. Teams overhearing each other without even realizing it. You know how you're just goofing off, laughing, and you're just excited about whatever situation you're in. Other teams will hear that and unexpectedly attack you. So you got to keep your wits about you.
This time we have to take a subway out of here, which can be just as sketchy. Can I extract with you guys? Can I? Oh, I guess that's a no. This is my extract. Stay away. Stay away from my extract. Oh, I just grenaded myself. I'm okay though.
Scavenging makes noise too. Prying open a trunk, opening doors. It alerts everything and everyone nearby. So you're constantly weighing the risk. Do I stay quiet or do I make noise and get what I need, even if I'm not ready for a fight? You start moving differently, tactically, carefully. The movement itself is weighty and grounded. There's no running gun fantasy here, just real consequences. Dodging takes animation time. Bandaging and rearmoring takes time. You're vulnerable, exposed, and that tension never leaves. The list goes on. And honestly, I'm doing you a disservice just explaining it. At this point, I just want the game to drop. It will be coming soon. We don't know the exact date, but it costs $40 and it will be releasing on all platforms. Because yes, the game is chasing trends. It stepped into the extraction shooter space like so many others, but the difference is it's doing it right. And at the same time, carving a new path for what this genre could actually be. I mean, I remember I was excited about Off the Grid, that game. You know how these extraction shooters, they come out with these trailers, they look different, they have a different story as to the lore of why they're doing what they're doing. So that is what pulled me in. But once I start playing the game, I'm like, this is just another extraction shooter reskinned. It's the same exact thing, nothing else. You got a ring that closes in, and afterwards, it's like you have this epic build that you dominated around with that you can't do anything with except start anew and get lucky with the other crates and loot that you find in the map. That's not enough for me, which is why ArcRaiders has the attention of not just me, but so many others. I know y'all feel me. So I appreciate that it's carving a new path for what this genre could actually be. I am personally really happy about this. I crave more than just temporary moments of dopamine spikes. I need more than an extraction shooter, and I really believe ArcRaiders will give just enough of what I need to add this game to my library of games that I constantly come back to. I mean, who knows where this will end up? Maybe EmbarkStudios will eventually add the modes that were originally planned for ArcRaiders before they changed it to this model. I just know what they have now is an amazing start, and I'm definitely along for the ride. Tell me how you feel about it. But that'll do it for this one. I'll see you on 𝒉𝒍𝒑𝒔. Be right out.